Hi, I am really excited for you to check out this leadership program for elementary school age students. I have spent my entire career of education focusing on developing student leadership. I recently left the classroom so that I can develop student leadership opportunities more authentically and available to more students. So, I would like to share this program with you. And what we find is that leadership is developed really through playing games and doing different activities. And so this program takes that idea and elevates it to really evaluate and help students see the opportunities for leadership. Okay, so this program is 5 weeks, five one individual hour segments each week. It doesn't have to be a full week. It doesn't have to be less than a week or more than a week. It just has to have enough time in between for students to think about the activities that they've done, maybe consider other ways that they could have played the games or done the activities, and hopefully have some opportunities for you as their educators to point out the similarities to other opportunities in the classroom, at lunch, at recess. Okay, so at week one, you are starting with a base of 8 to 10 activities. And these activities are you're going to give the instructions on how to play them and do the activities. You are going to give them a chance to try them out, maybe be successful, maybe not be successful. And that is okay if they're not successful, especially the first week. These activities will mostly be fun and energizing. I have given you ways to control the energy rather than having tag games be running. There are other ways to do some of these games and activities in a way that keeps their bodies in check, which is one of the things that we're always trying to work on with elementary school students. Then you will do maybe 1 or 2 problem solving / decision making activities. You will be prepared to know a couple more in case one of them flops. Then in week 2, you're going to repeat everything you did in week 1. The idea is you don't have to re-instruct them on how to play the games. You don't have to exert all of that effort anymore, because at this age, it's really a time suck to teach kids how to play or do an activity. So in week 2, you're repeating the games, you're repeating the activities. You may try an activity that flopped in week 1. You may decide to sort of exit out. But regardless, in week 2, you will add an additional problem solving / decision making activity with the group. You may see some growth and development. You may not in week 2, depending on the age, depending on the group of students. Then in week 3, again, you're going to repeat, but you're going to add another initiative, another activity for them to work through problem solving. My hope is that by week 3, you're starting to see some students emerge as leaders. Now, let me be clear about what a leader is and isn't in my definition. A leader is not necessarily the student who is telling kids how to do the activity. They do lead. It is an example of leadership, but in what we are trying to create and cultivate here are the students who are more curious, questioning what's going on, thinking outside the box. They may start to emerge in week 3. They may not, but you can start prompting questions, thoughts. Is there another way we can do this? Things like that. You also may see that they are easier to teach them a new activity because there's only one activity you're adding on. Maybe they are thinking outside the box already because they've had that opportunity to do that in weeks 1 and 2. Maybe not. That's okay. Then in week 4, nothing new is changing, still repeating, adding one activity. But again, we're starting to see some students become more curious. Some are trying to develop new ways of solving activities that they tried in week 1 and 2. Maybe we're starting to see more opportunity to make that connection for students. Week 5, same thing. In weeks 3, 4, and 5, if you are starting to see kids who are emerging as that curious student, that curious leader, that student who is like, hey, did we try this? What do you think? Do you think we could do this? Right? So they're collaborating with others. They're bringing more students into the fold. They're asking questions. I would love for that to be the focus for you, and for you to be encouraging those students to engage in that way, taking the focus off the student who is really trying to lead by telling, right? That doesn't often work, especially at the elementary school age. And that is your 5-week base program. Where you go from there is really, really up to you. There are so many different ways that you can now take what has been created in the base program and elevate it even more. You can continue with week 6 doing the same things where you're just adding a new initiative, or you're going back and you're refocusing on one and you're spending maybe less than an hour, but you're focusing on one and you're coming to a way of solving that problem. Maybe at this point, you've seen some leaders emerge and you give them the opportunity to bring that idea to another group of students. That is the power of the elementary school leadership program, is not just stopping after the base program. You can stop at the base program. Students will have developed some amazing skills, but you can take it to another level. And that is what I'm very much excited about. The other thing is that I want to give you the opportunity in this elementary school leadership program to connect with me, is to brainstorm. Maybe you already have some activities and we can create using the activities that you're already doing to find ways to develop leadership. And so that is an additional opportunity that you have to connect with me, to meet with me. I am offering, that first connection where you can connect with me and learn about ways that you can develop this program to another level. That first interaction with me would be free. And then you can sign up to connect with me in more times to develop even further. There's really no limit to what you can do with this elementary school leadership program. And I am so excited for you to embark on this mission with me. Thanks. Lorraine Connell at Peers Not Fears. You can find me at peers-not-fears.com. Thanks.